everybody, how are you? If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Today is the continuation of my Colourpop series. I'm going to be talking about all of my Colourpop Super Shock cheeks. That includes bronzers, blushes, and highlights. If you have not caught the beginning of this Colourpop collection series, I will have the entire playlist linked down below. So far, it's just this video and my Super Shock shadows, but I will have all of my Colourpop products in that playlist once this series is done. So I'm really excited. If you love Colourpop as much as I do, definitely leave your suggestions for different products that I should try from Colourpop if you don't see me talk about it in this video, like what shades of highlight and blush should I get next. Let me know, leave your suggestions down below, but if you're excited for this video, then definitely keep watching. I have 15 Super Shock cheeks to talk about today. That includes 2 bronzers, 6 blushes, and then 7 highlights. So this is what these Super Shock cheeks look like. Comparing them with the eyeshadows, you can see they are bigger. They are about double the size. The eyeshadows are $5 each, that's what I mentioned in the previous video, but the cheek products are $8 each, so $3 more and you get about double the product, which is not bad. And these products are amazing. We're going to start off with bronzers. These come in 2 different finishes, mattes and satins. The first shade is Skinny Dip. Skinny Dip is described as a warm tan, and it is ideal for fair to light skin tones. This shade actually works perfectly for me. I used it to contour today, and as you can see, it does show up on my skin. So if you have similar skin tone to me, you will love this. I think it'll work pretty well for you. The other bronzer that I own is called Paradise Cove, and that is a satin. It's described as a golden beige. Moving on to blush now. They come in both matte and satin finishes, but all of my blushes are all matte finishes. The first shade is called Between the Sheets, and that's described as a mid-tone beige pink. Holiday is described as a mid-toned peachy pink. This one is great for the summertime, and it's also very wearable. Never Been Kissed is described as a dusty coral. Next shade is Cruel Intentions, and that's described as a warm rose. Cruel Intentions is actually the shade that I have on my cheeks right now. It's very sheared out, but it can get very intense, and my camera tends to wash out my face, but it is intense, trust me. As you can see, it's definitely one you want to have a light hand with. The next 2 blush shades that I have are no longer available. They were limited edition, and these 2 particular shades came with a collection called the In Bloom collection. So I will have more information about that down below if you're interested. I know Talia still has all of that on her page if you want to know more details or some possible dupes. This shade is called Tongue Tied, and it's described as a bright, warm coral. And the last blush shade that I own from that collection is called Hysterical, and that's described as a cool toned plum pink. Now we're moving on to highlighters, which are my personal favorite because they have the creamiest, just best texture of all these Super Shock cheeks, and they are all pearlized finishes. The first shade is Spoon, and that's described as a light silver champagne with multi-dimension silver flecks in it. Wisp is described as a golden champagne with reflective hues of gold duochrome. Lunch Money, which is one of my personal favorites, is a soft light gold with reflective golden duochrome in it. Most Necessary is described as a soft copper with rosy gold highlights. Monster is a light pink with an opalescent duochrome finish. My last 2 highlights are no longer available as well. The first one was from the In Bloom collection that I was talking about before, and this is called Double Dip. It is described as a soft peach with subtle highlights. And the last shade is Electric Slide, and this one is described as a true gold. They just got rid of this shade, which I don't know why. It's gorgeous, and it's actually the shade that I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. It's just such a beautiful gold. So those were all of my Colourpop Super Shock cheeks. I did want to mention really fast, I have some dupes if you're interested. If you did not get your hands on the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders, I'm not sure if they still have these. I know they have done a few restocks, but not sure if you can still get your hands on these. This is Crown of My Canopy, and Most Necessary is almost an identical dupe to it if you're interested, and it's a permanent shade for Colourpop. They have not gotten rid of it yet. As you can see, they look very similar. They are slightly different. Crown of my canopy is slightly lighter than Most Necessary, but they ultimately look very, very similar on the face, and I thought that was a really great dupe since this product is limited edition, and I don't know if you can still get this in stores. Another dupe that I found was for Double Dip, which was the shade that I said was part of that In Bloom collection. No longer available on Colourpop's website, but if you love this type of highlight, you should definitely try out the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This was recently in my favorites, and as you can see, they look very, very, very similar. They're almost identical on the face, and it's definitely a steal because this Essence one was under $5. I think it was like 3 something, and the Colourpop one was $8, but like I said, it's no longer available, so if you're interested in a dupe for it, definitely try this one out. So that's it for this video. I will have all of the products that I mentioned down below. Colourpop is one of my favorite brands for cheek products, and specifically my blushes and highlights. Highlights are like amazing from Colourpop. If you're going to try any of these Super Shock cheeks, you definitely need to try out the highlights because they're just that good. I will have everything that I spoke about listed down below if you're interested. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you want to see more of my Colourpop collection. Follow me on all my social medias if you have not already. They're linked at the end of the video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.